NLE Choppa keeps finding more creative ways to make people hate him. This time around, this might be the most creative way, and also one of the saddest things I think I've ever experienced on the internet with a major artist.
Woo.
So NLE Choppa just dropped a music video a couple of days ago dissing NBA YoungBoy.
You poison the youth, nothing positive you do. You the reason thinking that it's cute.
The purpose of this diss track was NLE Choppa has ascended into NLE Chakra, right, where he's on his new holistic path. And he dropped a diss track because he claims that NBA YoungBoy is leading the youth down the right path, and he wants to be the savior and instill consciousness back into rap.
Now listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I seen this whole little spiel on Instagram. I seen it all the thing. And listen to me, fool. I agree with the message. I just right message, wrong messenger. Do your homework on the wrong messenger, man. He not supposed to be talking, cause ain't what you beating your bitch up to? I'm just saying, like what you beating your girlfriend up to, bro? Your name is NLE Chopper. You got songs about murders, drilling, killing, a bunch of shit that most people don't believe you ever did, bro. Do your homework. So it's kind of like, but that don't mean you can't change though. That don't take away from his statement on Photo Grade, because a lot of these niggas that's NBA YoungBoy fans be crash outs, man. I'm just letting you know. Do your homework on Charleston White.
Now, a lot of people is reacting to this diss track as if NLE Choppa dissed them. They're taking it personally. And it's not just like radical NBA YoungBoy fans that are upset about this. No, it's regular people. And when I watched it and analyzed everything going on, I understood the psychology behind why a lot of people is treating this personally and they are attacking NLE Choppa. That's because we all have been in a point in our lives where everything is going right for us.
Right.
YoungBoy is on tour. He got the #5 highest grossing hip hop tour.
Damn.
He's doing his thing. Shit. He just got pardoned by Trump. He is just got his girl pregnant. She's having a child soon.
Damn.
Everything is going perfect for him.
Right.
And we've all been at a point in our lives where things is going perfect. And then here comes somebody trying to bring you down. Here comes a hater trying to tear you down. Here comes somebody trying to bring chaos to your life. Here comes somebody trying to attack you. And more times than not, it will be someone you did nothing to. It's somebody who just hates you because you're great. Or they hate you because you don't want to be in their lives or don't.
I think people be taking shit like that and running with it though. I don't think, like, just because I'm not a fan of NBA YoungBoy for real like that either, but that don't mean I'm hating on the nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? That we gotta stop that shit, bro. Just because a motherfucker don't like the same food you like, don't mean he hating on the damn food because it don't taste good to him. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I hear a song and I'm like, yeah, that shit trash, or if I see a nigga and I'm like, boy, you trying to make this street shit cool. You the reason why these kids think this shit cool. It don't matter when I say it, bro. It don't take away from the fact that it's true or not. You smell me though? Do your homework.
And because we've all experienced something like that, we look at this situation with NLE Choppa and NBA YoungBoy and we say, hold on, bro. You was the biggest NBA YoungBoy fan a couple years ago. Y'all started beefing because you felt like NBA YoungBoy didn't really embrace you, especially with how vocal you were in support of him. And you kind of felt like he shunned you and he kind of like, I don't really rock with you. Because he probably thought you was biting, right? But because he chose not to be your friend, that led to beef. And instead of
I didn't know that part.
letting him go about his life and you go about your life, you're now trying to bring negativity and chaos to his life when he's enjoying the most peace he has ever had in his life. And a lot of people feel this way because they can personalize this and internalize it, and it's not looking good for NLE Choppa, man.
You make me sick.
I love NBA YoungBoy.
YoungBoy my favorite rapper. Let me know who beating me, bro. Respectfully, the only that's really respectfully, the only that's really ahead in that space is YoungBoy.
Now, I'm not going to say him being a super fan of NBA YoungBoy discredits or take away from his criticism.
Right.
In some way.
That's what I was finna say, though. Because I feel like NLE Choppa was like, think about it. 6 years ago when he was doing the dances and doing all that stupid shit, he was like a typical YoungBoy fan. The nigga, he don't jump around, crash out. He want to shoot niggas and beat his girlfriend up and all that shit. Trying to be like Kentrell for them. You feel me? But you can grow, and when you do grow, you can tell motherfuckers like, hey, this some cap, this some bullshit. You know?
It actually validates it or gives it more credibility because the diss track is about how he believes NBA YoungBoy is misleading the kids down a path they shouldn't go on.
He for sure
And if
is,
he
though.
was once a kid, well, they're around the same age, so they're around the same age. I think NLE Choppa is like 22 years old. YoungBoy ain't that much older. So if he's like, man, I was a kid who was misled by YoungBoy at some point too, then I guess, you know, it kind of
YoungBoy
gives
26. So that's like that's valid. YoungBoy 26. So that's pretty valid. I ain't gonna lie. That's valid. He 4 years older. So that's somebody like if I was in 8th grade, you'll be a senior in high school. Them the people you gonna really look up to. You're not gonna look up to a nigga who's 65 years old for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
credibility to the message, but it just comes across as some hater stuff, man. And most importantly, because people would forget that you're hating. Trust me, we've seen it in the past. We've seen rappers who all they do is hate. They drop a diss record that's nice, and the world is singing it, and they winning Grammys for
No
it,
cap.
right?
No
so
cap.
people would forgive you for being a hater if the record is dope.
It's hard.
But in the case of NLE Choppa, like, the most important thing here is it just wasn't a great record completely. Now, NLE Choppa is not a bad rapper.
No, for
He's
sure.
decent, I guess. But the concept, bro, he's dressing up like Michael Jackson. He's moonwalking. He's doing the Tupac cosplay. All in one video. One hand, he's Tupac. One hand, Michael Jackson. It was just all over the place, right? And it wasn't even just him cosplaying. At some point, he began to kind of switch up the different flows. One point, he's rapping like Pac. The other point, he's rapping, harmonizing like Michael Jackson. It was like, bro,
It was too much going on.
It's not a dope record. I'm sure the conceptually, he could have probably brought it together if he had, I don't know, a better creative team.
Yeah.
But it just didn't play out how he wanted it to play out. All right. And people are voicing how trash they feel this is, how corny they feel this is. And NLE Choppa is getting like one of the biggest hate trains he's ever gotten in his career. And it even led to him trying to make up for the hate train by trying to counter it in ways that just led to people laughing at him some more.
Yeah.
One Twitter user says, this is the same dude who promoted the biggest thought song in the history of our era. He came up with his song called I'm a Slut, and he talking about NBA YoungBoy. This is like the majority of the theme here in response to NLE Choppa was...
But you can't do that, though. I'm going to be fair, though. You know? Like, if a nigga... Okay, for example, if a nigga... Let's take King Von, for example. Everybody know who that is, right? So I can use him. King Von, everybody know he was a known killer. Known killer. It's not a secret. He talked about it. You know what I'm saying? His homies talked about it. Everybody know he was killing people, right? If King Von was still alive and he was on a pushing peace narrative, or he was telling people like, listen, YoungBoy sending y'all off, all this shit they sending y'all off, you know, this, that, and third, he's actually more credible to say that because he came from that. You see what I'm saying? So just because if I tell a nigga he tripping because he doing something that I used to do, that don't mean that I can't be the person. That don't necessarily by itself mean that I can't be the one to say it, because I know I was sent off too. I was in that space too, so I can say it. You don't have to be Jesus, goddamn it. You don't have to be a saint to come along and tell a motherfucker like, hey, they sending you off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying?
Bro, like,
do your homework.
You don't have room to talk. You have done things in your music where, like, this advice you're giving to YoungBoy, you could give yourself the same advice.
Right.
Now, NBA YoungBoy has this NLE Choppa in the past, which is why I'm not going as hard as a lot of people would expect you to go on NLE Choppa. NBA YoungBoy has dissed him, so if you want to respond back with a diss, cool.
Yeah.
It's just the type of diss. This is the wrong type of diss, right? Like, you could have done the same thing, like, I guess YoungBoy did, which is the gang, murder diss, but you know, trying to take the high ground and say NBA YoungBoy is doing this and that, you know, when you've done quite possibly the exact same thing, has a lot of people looking at you crazy. Another user,
but he ain't still doing it though. Like, a crackhead is the one that you want to talk to. The crackhead is the person who you want to bring to talk to the kids and say, hey, y'all don't do crack. You know, y'all get what I'm saying though. Like you want to take the dope fiend to come tell you like, hey, this what happened when I did this, so make sure you don't do no dope. You feel me?
Name of Warriors Moneyline, aka
But
Soul
it did
Made
look
of
kind
Gold.
of corny though.
They says, this is so corny, bruh. Ninja, you not pop. You got songs titled Slut Me Out, Walk 'Em Down, Pistol Packing, Sticking and Moving. Man, shut the F up. I'm telling y'all, man. And the thing with Choppa is, man, why a lot of people has been slow to kind of recognize this evolution of NLE Choppa and this new NLE Chakra is because NLE Choppa changes his personality
every 5 minutes.
3 business days.
Yeah.
Okay. One day he's Dr. Sabi. The other day he's Gucci Mane. The next day he's like I don't know, like a super freaked out corn star. Then the next day, like he's a politician. He changes his personality every 3 business days. So when you do that, people look at you as a phony.
Right.
And when you try to mix some real stuff with some phony stuff, it can never mix.
Yeah.
Right? If people are already viewing you as a phony, when they see you drop a diss track like this where it's a good message.
You ever had one of them days where everything seems to go wrong? I mean, you're just trying to grab a cup of coffee and BAM! You're tangled in a pile of boxes because the shelf is broken. And just like that, I realized sometimes accidents at work are more than just funny stories. They can actually change everything. Trying to handle a workplace injury on your own? It's like trying to fix the broken shelf yourself. More chaos, more headaches, and it's no guarantee that you'll get what you deserve. You got paperwork, insurance calls, and someone always telling you to wait. It's enough to make you wish you had a secret weapon. But here's the thing, there's a team of people that fights for people just like you. For over 35 years, Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, has been winning cases when everybody else said it couldn't be done. In Florida, someone got $12 million after a work accident, even though the insurance was ready to offer just $350,000. In Pennsylvania, a worker was awarded $26 million, which was 40 times the initial offer. These are not just numbers. They're real victories for real people, all thanks to the team that fights hard for justice. More than 1,000 attorneys across all 50 states, like a legal squad ready to jump into action. Yeah. They've recovered over $25 billion for clients. And they have a long history of helping workers get what they're owed. Because when you're injured at work, you shouldn't have to go at it alone. You can just click the link below or the QR code that's on your screen. No endless waits or confusing forms. Just a quick way to start protecting your rights today. So if you had an accident on the job, do not risk doing it alone. You can check out Morgan & Morgan, because even in the toughest workplace accidents, a strong team makes all the difference. And trust me, there's a reason why they're America's largest injury law firm. It's because they fight for the people just like you.
Overall, right? It's not a bad message. People just see it as, oh, he's an opportunist. He's doing this for clout. Oh, he's doing this for ulterior motives. And it's not because he's really trying to make a difference in these kids' lives.
Yeah, that could be true.
A Twitter user by the name of Prano, they wrote,
but the song was cringe though. I agree with it. The song, the clips of the song that I heard, it was like real cringy and corny. Not gonna cap.
It was one of the most cringe trash song / video I have ever seen
with that one.
And heard. Laugh my A off. I did see Genevieve also react to this, and she had, like, I guess similar sentiments. I think Genevieve, when she reacted to this, she says, hey, when I told ninjas to rap, I was not talking about this. Another user by the name of Ali Bome, they wrote, I'm sorry, but the ninja that beat his baby mama and pulled a gun on her really doesn't get to take the moral high ground. Again, consistent theme of, he's a hypocrite. We not taking it seriously. Right now where YoungBoy is at, he probably isn't going to respond back to NLE Choppa.
Yeah.
But NBA YoungBoy mama responded.
And
she is
y'all know NBA YoungBoy mama be tweaking.
Pissed off
at
NLE Choppa. Now, this might cause a war between the mamas because NLE Choppa mama don't play.
Yeah,
like,
true.
I love NLE Choppa mama.
NLE Choppa mama crazy,
right,
too.
When I remember I made a video about NLE Choppa. His mama commented and then hit me up. like she commented, man, going crazy. So both these mamas are overprotective, right? So this might cause a gang war among the mamas, but both they mamas is gangsters, man.
Mama
so
gang
here's
war.
what NBA YoungBoy mama had to say in regards to NLE Choppa.
Today I'm going to talk about being jealous and being envious. So you want to make a video dancing around like a ballerina, and then you got a man on his knees smoking a pipe, and
I didn't see that.
you're saying Cantrell is evil and he's a bad influence. So you want to go and put that man on his knees and put a pipe in his mouth on a video, right?
I ain't see that
Okay,
one.
fine. I bet they have another video with that same on his knees sucking your pipe. Because who gonna even play that stupid ass role?
Barely.
If you know better,
Barely.
you do better. Your head look like a pig without a rubber on top of it. But yet, you want to sit here and try to talk about somebody. You better be lucky I can't say what I want to say on Instagram.
Didn't stop there. She also took to her Instagram story and she would write, "How are you gonna hate
She
from
too grown
outside
for this
the
shit,
arena?
though.
You can't even."
She too grown for this shit right here. She too grown for this shit, bro. She too grown, 40, 50 something years old. She's too grown to be on Instagram responding to 22-year-olds who made rap songs about her 26-year-old son. Sorry. I'm sorry, bro. You feel me? Like, shit, bro. I'm trying to tell you right now, bro.
Fill one up. Yo, man, is this an envious spirit? The reason why I'm now quick to just say, man, NLE Choppa is hating is because NBA
I don't
YoungBoy
think
did
that.
indeed diss NLE Choppa at some
Right.
point too. Now, it was a while ago.
It don't matter,
And
though.
Choppa didn't respond back immediately.
Right.
Right, but it did happen. All right. Now, I'm not sure if NLE Choppa kind of seen like the Kendrick Lamar blueprint and thought, man, listen, man, all right, if Kendrick can do it to Drake, maybe I could do it to YoungBoy. Now, I could be...
Yeah, but Kendrick had a raw ass song. Like, not like us. It's a song that you feel me? That's the problem.
voice of the new school, right? So she would continue. I would be upset if this was coming from someone who matters, like someone people actually listen to, like someone who is not in the closet. God damn. I do find it interesting though when it's
God
someone
damn.
y'all do like, man, it's just rap, bro. It's just a sport, bro. I mean, man, rap, bro. It's a sport, bro. Rap, bro. What you mean cloud chasing? Nah, he a rapper.
Yeah.
When it's someone y'all don't like, man, you cloud chasing, bro. Man, you cloud chasing. Man, get out of here, bro. Man,
Yeah.
you hating, bro.
Yeah.
But if you like him, man, it's just a sport to me. You scared of rap, it's a sport. But to the side, though.
Yeah.
I would say this. Do I think NLE Choppa is envious? I do think NLE Choppa does kind of feel in his spirit that he deserves to be the leader of the new school.
Yeah.
Because there was a point where NLE Choppa was a serious contender for
sure.
that spot that YoungBoy is currently in. NLE,
But I'm gonna be honest with you though. The world's so fucked up. Niggas don't want to hear all that kumbaya, peaceful. Oh, you feel me? Get like, you know how many more views I would get on YouTube if I was like, hell yeah, nigga, go kill that nigga, go kill that nigga. You ain't gonna kill. You know how many more views I would get if I was like supporting the bullshit. Niggas don't really want to hear that positivity type shit. Niggas don't want to hear how to get some money, how to stay out of the streets, how to get rich, how to treat your girl right. Niggas don't be want to hear that. Niggas want to hear gang, gang, bang, bang, shoot a nigga dead. So when NLE Choppa stopped rapping like that, when he stopped doing the shit that he's doing, of course he gonna naturally fall off, especially if you come out on some gang, gang shit and then try to go goddamn Malcolm X, Martin Luther King after. You feel me? Niggas don't want to hear that. Most of the people don't want to hear that. So you're never going to be bigger than a nigga. That's why Lil Durk is so big. That's why YoungBoy is so big. That's why King Von was so big. Because he was a known killer and everybody knew he was killing people. And they knew he was rapping about real murders. And that's what people wanted to hear, bro. You feel me? Don't nobody really want to watch no movie where nothing bad happens. You know what I mean? If I watch a movie, I need to see some bad shit happening. Otherwise, it's not entertaining. You gotta think about it. You feel me? So he already disqualified himself from contention as soon as he stopped being a crash out. You feel me? Not saying that that's how it should be, but that's just how it is.
Choppa, I believe, was like 16, 17 years old, making hits, dropping videos with 50+ million views. Like, NLE Choppa was next up. Like, he was looked upon as that guy. It was NLE Choppa and YoungBoy. Now it feels like as their careers evolved.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not hating. I'm just being real here. As their careers evolved, NLE Choppa kind of got colder while YoungBoy got hotter.
Mm-hmm.
Right? YoungBoy right now is at the peak of rap.
Mm-hmm.
This tour kind of proves that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, like, his sales may not reflect that because YoungBoy audience, for the most part, are children and YNs, and they're not really buying records.
Right.
Right? And they're not, right? But YoungBoy, his streams-wise, his accolades, he's right now at the peak of rap. He's up there, right? Yeah. He's probably, I don't know, a top 7 to 10 rapper out right now.
Yeah.
NLE Choppa would never be confused for a top 7 to 10 rapper. I don't think NLE Choppa is a top 15 rapper.
No, he's not.
Right? I don't think he's a top 20 rapper. And we might have to check that right now. I could possibly name 20 rappers right now who are more relevant than NLE Choppa.
Oh, for sure. He probably not even top 50.
And when you were once considered as the next up or in contention for that, and your peer kind of passed you and surpassed you, you kind of have to look at that like, damn. Mm-hmm. Damn, man. Mm-hmm. Why? Why is he more famous or more successful than me? And then the natural progression of that is, oh no, he's only hotter than me because he sold his soul, because he don't got no morals, because he don't got no integrity. I'm being held back because I'm trying to save the babies. And that's what a lot of y'all tell yourselves, yo.
That's true, though. I'm not going to lie to you. That's true.
I've watched random YouTube videos of people be like, man, Flocko only popping, bro, because he talking about this gang stuff, man. Man, Flocko only popping, bro, because he want to instigate me. Because he like drama. Right? The reason why I'm getting 2 views is because, man, I got principle and integrity. Man, I'm a real one, bro. Man, he only winning because he a fraud, man, because he fake, man. And it's like, you can't think like that. Right? Like, you can't think like that.
But that don't mean it's not true.
Like, for NLE Choppa, he believes, man, I'm held back because I'm trying to spread a positive message. And when he probably looks back, when he was at his peak, he was probably on some F stuff, right? When he was at his peak.
That's what I just said, bro. Nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody want to hear no kumbaya, pushing peace and all that shit. Motherfucker want to hear some crazy, like, you feel me? If I get on here and react to niggas getting millions of dollars or niggas, goddamn it, all this, nobody want to watch that shit. It's just the truth.
It was Shotta Flow, rapping about shooting and killing ops.
Right.
And if you involve, you got to involve and make the music evolve with you, but also don't hurt the quality of the music. Make better music, or know your audience and make music that resonates with your audience. Right now, NLE Choppa just took too many routes and angles. You feel me? That right now, I don't think NLE Choppa really knows who his audience is.
Yeah.
All right?
Sure. Like,
NLE Choppa went from shooting and killing ops to performing at pride festivals.
Right.
Rapping super freaky in a G-string. Like, sir, like, what is your audience?
He did that? Why y'all like telling me he did that?
Exactly. Because YoungBoy, he knows his audience. It's direct to consumer, bro. YNs,
bro.
Choppa, you don't know your audience, man. So, like, to me, that's the problem. You don't know your audience and you aren't catering to your audience.
Yeah.
YoungBoy being successful has nothing to do with why you're not successful. Well, sorry, why you're not as hot as you want to be right now. You are successful.
Yeah, you successful.
Let me know in the comments.
But like I said, nobody want to hear no positivity shit. He would have been better off still doing the same type of music and just coming out and being like, listen, I'm doing the music because that's what people want to hear, but it's just entertainment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Denzel Washington don't got to explain that he ain't really shooting no niggas on training day. You feel me? But nobody wants to see a movie of Denzel Washington fucking... Nobody wants to see the movie of him talking about getting closer to God, and nobody, like, just being honest, bro. Motherfuckers don't want to watch that. The most people don't want to see that. Can you imagine going to see a movie where it's just all about getting closer to and being positive, and nobody really want to watch that shit? Motherfuckers want to watch, shoot that nigga, boom, boom, bam, explosion, you feel me? Just how shit is.